innings in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
From Falmouth, Massachusetts and Gov Fuller Field, let's start another century of Cape Cod Baseball League play. And no better way to do it with two of the oldest franchises in the league. It's the Falmouth Commodores and your Wareham Gatemen here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Alongside Aiden Blanc, I'm Jack Hunter. We're your broadcast crew for the 2023 Wareham Gatemen. Our sideline reporter, Amanda Foster, will be joining us in just a second here on the leadoff spot. And Aiden, a bit of a disappointing year for the Gatemen last year, a last place finish in the West Division, but there is hope for this year. A lot of new faces in both the coaching staff and on the roster.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Ryan Smyth. I know he was antsy to get this season started. We are going to play baseball tonight. That was, for a while a little bit in doubt, but we are going to play baseball, and it's going to be really fun. The Gatemen and the Commodores, two of the most historical franchises in the Cape Cod Baseball League, and two teams that are looking to take that next step. Falmouth hasn't won the championship in over 40 years. Wareham won a couple years ago, but it's been a while since they've both had some playoff success. So both of these teams hope tonight is the start of something more.
And Falmouth, one of the original four teams in the league in 1923. Wareham was the fifth one in 1927, just 4 years later. And Aiden, we talked about this a little bit yesterday in our season preview. Shameless plug, you can go check this out. But a lot of temp players to start the year, a lot of the permanent players who, we talked about a lot, and you're getting a lot of the headlines, taking a little bit longer to come up here. But there are a lot of guys in this lineup specifically today that put up some big numbers this year in their respective colleges and look to do so here today on opening day.
Yeah, it's an interesting move. The thought behind it from Coach Smyth, we were told, was, well, the permanent guys will be a little bit more rested come playoff time when you really need them. But it also gives these temp guys a chance to prove themselves. Anybody at any time can get elevated from a temp contract to a permanent contract. That's the beauty of this league. So it'll be interesting to see. A lot of these guys have something to prove. Not all of them had great college seasons. A lot of them were very successful, but they have something to prove. They have a chance to make themselves a mainstay in the lineup even when you get some of the bigger names in come next week.
If you're seeing behind us the home plate tarp being taken off, good news for a 6 p.m. first pitch tonight here from Falmouth at Gov Fuller Field. The starter tonight, Ryan Smyth, the previous freshman. Now he's going to be a sophomore next year from Bucknell up in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. He's a guy that was mostly a closer for the Bison last year in the Patriot League, but the Gatemen giving him a chance to start here on opening day.
Well, he's kind of a mystery, right? We know him as a closer. That's what he was with the Bison, and he very well could be that with the Gatemen this season. But Coach Smyth wants to mold him into a starter, and so the thought is 2 innings, maybe a third tonight. He's not going to be your typical starter. Tomorrow we're going to get at Eldridge Armstrong. He's going to go 4 or 5 innings, but tonight 2-3 innings max as Osinski tries to move into a starter role from the bullpen in the spring.
The 6'6" freshman's got big time stuff. Looking forward to seeing it in just a few moments. And Amanda Foster now will speak with him.
Amanda Foster here with starting pitcher Ryan Osinski. And Ryan, you were primarily a closer at Bucknell, so what's your mindset today starting this game?
Just trying to go out there, keep the pitch limit low, probably only like 4 innings or so, but just give it all I have and be able to kind of get outs, not looking for striking out everyone, but just kind of being able to get contact, get guys out quick.
And you're starting in your very first game on the Cape. You're playing in the Cape Cod League. Just what are the emotions that you have before the game today?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a dream to be able to play here. So actually having that happen is a dream come true.
And what's it been like being with the guys for the first few days here before the season starts?
It's been awesome. Everyone's great. It's been awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Welcome back to the leadoff spot. It's opening night 2023. The Wareham Gatemen set to face off against the Falmouth Commodores. First of 4 meetings between these two teams at Gov Fuller Field. And for the very first time in his career, it's a manager's show with Ryan Smyth. Happy opening day, Coach.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad the sun came out, too.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while. I know it poured in Wareham during early work. What's that like, having to deal with rain, not only in your first game as manager, but just in general, having to deal with getting these guys out to start the season and Mother Nature just not wanting to quite cooperate?
These guys are excited to play baseball, just like our coaching staff. I don't think Mother Nature was really going to put a stop to us unless it was raining at game time. These guys don't care. They want to play baseball. We're all excited.
What's the team look like so far? What's the mentality with these guys as they get ready to play their first game of the season?
These guys are having fun. They're loose, energetic, a good group of guys to be around. I'm enjoying it already in the short period of time that we've had. We've had a lot of rain the last couple days, so our practices have been kind of short, but I'm really looking forward to just the umpire saying play ball and getting going here.
One of the most interesting parts of this roster is Bobby Boser. He can play basically 7 of the 9 positions. I'm sure if you needed him to pitch or catch, he probably would. You put him in center field tonight, and he's high in the lineup. What do you like about him, and how does he fit into this roster over the next 44 games?
I love the versatility. I mean, you're basically getting 7 or 8 guys in one player. He can be a guy that plays every day and gives the other guys a day off until he needs one. He's got speed. He's got a little bit of power. I think he's going to hit for a good average. He's just an all-around really good baseball player. And from what I've seen so far, a really good kid too. So I'm excited to see him play.
It's opening night. The rain has kind of let up. You've been here many, many times. It's your first time here as a manager. What's the emotion in your mind right now? What are you thinking as we get ready for the first pitch you'll ever see as a manager in the Cape Cod Baseball League?
I mean, it's surreal. Just even having a position, it's humbling. It's one of the best 10 jobs in baseball. In my opinion, coming out here, I love the summers. I don't care if we started out at home, Falmouth, it doesn't matter. I'm just excited for play ball and for these guys to have an opportunity to, showcase what they got.
Well, just as you said that, the sun poked its head out, so I think that's a good sign. I think Mother Nature might be on board after all. It's your first interview as a manager, hopefully not your last. Hopefully the first of many as we get down the season here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Congratulations on finally getting to opening night, and best of luck over the next 44 games.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
That's Ryan Smyth.
Back on the leadoff spot with Aiden Blanc. I'm Jack Hunter here. And Aiden, going around the league tonight, everybody is in play, but only 2 interdivisional matchups. What do you got your eyes on tonight?
Yeah, it looks like we're going to play, and it looks like they're going to play a rematch of the Cape League Championship Series the last 2 years. Bourne and Brewster have played. They've traded victories. It was Bourne last year, Brewster the year before. It's developed into a really fun rivalry, and the first year in quite some time for Brewster without Ryan Smyth as one of their assistants. So, interesting matchup up there in Brewster.
All 5 teams... Added that. All right. All 10 teams playing tonight. We've got 3 5:30 first pitches, as Aiden mentioned. Bourne and Brewster from Brewster. Chatham's going to Katuitt tonight at Lowell Park, and then YD is facing off against Harwich. The 2 6 p.m. games are Orleans at Hyannis, and then Wareham here at Falmouth. I'm looking at the Hyannis Harbor Hawks tonight. Beginning of the league, a lot of these rosters are a little short. Hyannis with 12 pitchers on their roster, which is more than a lot of other staffs, but still a little short-handed. So how they use their bullpen tonight is obviously going to affect Wareham tomorrow as they face off against the Harbor Hawks in the home opener. Yeah,
we get to see Hyannis tomorrow, and that's a big one because it's a West Division matchup. All of those interdivisional matchups are a little bit less. They're still important, but a little bit less than those West Division rivalries. And again, we'll see every West Division team 4 times at Spillane Field, 4 times on the road, 4 times in Falmouth, 4 times against them at home. So you'll get to see Hyannis quite a bit this summer.
Weather permitting, 3 games underway before our 6 p.m. first pitch, and then Orleans and Hyannis at 6 p.m. We'll take a short break. Back in a moment on the leadoff spot with Amanda Foster and Dylan Goldstein.
Amanda Foster here with Dylan Goldstein. Dylan, you had a few games last year in the Cape League where you played under Ryan Smyth. So what's it like being back here playing for him this year?
Oh, it's awesome. The opportunity he gave me to come back at Wareham, I just wanted to go wherever he was. He's a great coach, great guy. He's ready to get after it this year.
And you had some experience with wooden bats in the league last year. So just what's the difference for you between batting with a wooden bat versus a metal bat, and how do you approach that at the plate?
I personally like wood better. It's a truer feeling. You really know when you get it versus when you don't. And that's pretty much it.
And just emotions being back here on the Cape, you're starting in your first game this season.
Can't even describe them. It's a great feeling. It's a great league. Everything about it is run super perfect, and it's ready to be here.